I'm sad you remembered. I thought you'd forget in the heat of the moment.
Me too smart for you.
I'll think of a better
It's
word
not.
next time.
It's not as bad as the letter E. That was the. We're not doing letters.
E.
That's the worst.
E.
I felt like I. Fuck.
Got him!
I don't even know what you inflicted on him, but okay.
No, he said the word I.
Oh.
Penalty, discard your relic weapon.
Oh no.
Start over from the beginning.
Have you spoken with Commander Lumiere yet? Levier?
Levier.
Levier. He's been pacing
It's French.
again. Okay. What do you want, Trauma Mom?
Trauma.
That Lady Knight from Ishgard cuts quite a gallant figure, doesn't she?
Do you want to know how old Philomene is?
60. 70.
Do you have another guess?
80.
No.
90.
Do you want a warmer or a colder?
No, how old?
37.
The stream ends immediately.
She's only 10 years older than her daughter Menphilia.
Adopted daughter.
Yes, but still.
I think.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
important
Jay walked
to-
away. Jay walked off screen.
I think it's important to
Come on,
have
Jay.
that clarification though, because she's adopted. Therefore, her mom wasn't 10 when she had the baby.
What if I just went in Jay's room and became the streamer?
Now but then you'd have to face reveal.
That's true. Never mind. I just put up.
You put on the stone mask.
Yeah.
Was with Japan, where, like, people just rapidly age past, like, fucking... I don't know.
Japan has always had a thing where it's like, when you're in your 30s, like, that's a death sentence.
Mhm.
Like, you're an old person and you have no more worth, basically, and it's like, that's a
I
great
mean-
message.
Yeah.
She's the quote-unquote oldest of all of the characters that you're currently around.
Revel boys, preparing suitable meals for writing skills proving to be an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
Locate the Elusive Manuscripts Archives of the Amateurs Guild. No much spoken to guild masters, but thankfully quite willing to accommodate our search. Okay, Yashola. Maybe teams when we first compared to the smiting of terrible foes. Pouring over cumbersome souls is one of the signs of important duties. Without the illumination of knowledge, we will vainly fail as specters in the dark. Ida traveled to Ulda with Thancred's friend, the one who promised us the rare ore.
Oh wait.
Began cursing me with words Ida's only ever heard from the mouths of pirates. Ida still have no idea why she's so angry about.
I think your 5 minutes are up.
Yeah, it is, but I'm trying to still go for it because I didn't talk
Nice.
for a lot of it. In hindsight, maybe sending a lady in my stead was not the wisest decisions. Pray ignore my ramblings.
Technically, I was wrong. Papa Lima was the oldest of everyone.
That's true.
But,
At like
How old
40
is
something.
he?
Boulder must confess the relation between the
42,
crystal formation
43?
and destruction of Aesian.
So wait, the
Quite
the guy who looks like a baby is the oldest.
Yeah, Benjamin Button. You ever watch that movie?
Would you like to guess who the youngest is?
The youngest is Alphanode, isn't it?
Not counting. Alphanode comes later.
Oh,
Of the
I already
original
know this
name.
answer though. That's not.
Where did we
fair.
talk about this?
To the crystal studies, how when you produce a copy of this? Okay. To talk to everybody here, I need to talk to... I jumped into a screen again. 12, say me. Is it coming? What should we do? Oh, he's not... What? What are you freaking out about? Calm
Panic.
down, child.
She's got anxiety.
Yeah, then she just won. Alright, so... What do you think, Your Honor?
I'm
Truth-
gonna leave the party for a hot second, just to do a thing.
That's
Okay.
fine. I will also leave the party.
How dare you?
Bye. You're told to make come to us gods or something else. Alright, Mythilia, what do you want to say? Welcome home, Alpha. I was worried sick about you. Why don't you go and have his mind at ease, okay? Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. As soon as Mythilia informed me of Sire Emmeric's request, you've completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it? Then I would hear your report. Blah, blah, blah. Damn it, just fucking voice acting. You converse with Midgard Sormer? Sormer. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I'd regard it as considerably skepticism. Are we to understand the Wormlord did not perish, and has laid Suth Lane dormant these past 15 years? Less of a resurrection and more of a rejuvenation, for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly, an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgard Sormer in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk, lest we forget men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. Should I mute myself during this stuff so I don't get in your guys' ears?
I'm fine. It's whatever you want, dude.
Whatever you feel.
Don't mind.
Fair.
It's your show.
Okay, well I just don't want to like... I'll just mute here. But I'll still be on stream so people can hear my stream. As for now, as we present our revelation to Sir Emmerich's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray, remain here for now. Is there something you're not telling us, Losa? You seem different. Somehow. 'Tis almost if you're missing something. Something important. If I had this thing called the Echo, maybe I would know about it. Maybe I would be able to see it, but I don't know how to even use the Echo. Oh, 12 for fiends! Midgard Sormer stripped you of the light's blessing of the light. Are you alright? How do you feel? I see. Is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that anyone could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Sormer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the water came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Ethric, Nemia, brother Time and sister Fate, decree that Midgard Sormer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic have said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke? 'Twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself. Well, if he's watching over you as he claimed, mayhaps you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends unneedlessly. The boy! The child! The boy child!
Art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine's own hands, mortal? Bye.
Something's like an important cutscene to maybe be like
My
actual
friend,
voiced.
I
Oh, there we
can
go.
scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale.
Lie. Big lie. Do the biggest lie. The biggest lie possible.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Because we had Daddy Dragon talk to us. He's like... Oh. These guys have warred with the Dravanians for centuries. Nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Asgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it's not Midgard Sormr who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance, and pray that our fears are unfounded. Aether on Demand. Alpha has a message from Mobrinda, I think is his name, for the Scions. Yeah, I forget. I believe Mobrinda has requested gathering of the Scions. I assume there's been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Okay. Oh, hi, buddy. What's up? There's a boy, slightly off camera. Oh, there he is. The boy. The child. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because the Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head to the Solar, shall we? I'm gonna psychically communicate with Liz to get online so we can do the second part of the dungeon. Cutscene, 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 cutscene. Voice, please?
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
Yeah, we knew that.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is prevent...
Hold up. Sorry. 1 second. Wait, sorry, didn't mean to ruin that.
Capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Okay, now I can do it.
Which left the small matter of their extermination. I do To unmake an Asian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Asian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of.
I thought it would be cooler because it would be doing different things, but it didn't do that. It's just this.
As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether.
Why is everyone in the subspace?
Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White aurosite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told?
Oh my
that
God,
white
he's
aurosite
abusive.
cannot store ether for long periods. Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Asian soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Asian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
Oh, the corrupted crystals.
Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
I don't know if Bishop stole my room or not.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell
Gee,
us,
thanks.
what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but
That's cool.
No one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Thing is,
Already have it made.
The fusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum.
Oh, fucking
During
come on.
Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces...
Oh, fuck, sorry.
Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals.
Inveigle us?
Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go.
I like her.
Besides,
She's great.
We can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arceans will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalymo shall accompany you. Ida and Y'shtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you're able. Go well, and be safe.